25 days to go until the election, and the races in Missouri are the tightest they've ever been.
Yeah, the Senate, governor's race, and presidents all within a margin of error right now. And 41 Action News reporter Brian Abel shows us what these new polls mean as we sprint to the finish. Hopefully quickly, Brian.
That's right. Now, this is the latest that's poll from Monmouth showing a lot of information to dissect. But the biggest takeaway is that governor's race between Eric Greitens and Chris Koster. His lead shrunk now. Now it's just a 46% lead for 46% to 43%. So just a 3 percentage point lead for Chris Koster. But that's not the only takeaway. When you take a look at the Senate race, that has also shrunk down to just a 2% lead for the incumbent Senator Roy Blunt. But the biggest takeaway is how many voters are still undecided.
It's a long way from summer, according to new Missouri poll numbers by Monmouth University, the first since August. A Democrat's lead nearly gone in the governor's race, a Republican's lead nearly gone in the U.S. Senate race. So what is going on, and where on the political color spectrum is the show me state?
I would call Missouri pink, a light pink. So I would say Missouri leans Republican, but who ends up winning those races is going to come down to a voter turnout.
It's also going to come down to undecided voters, which are significant this late in the game considering the margins. 8% are still undecided in the gubernatorial race between Attorney General Chris Koster and his Republican challenger Eric Greitens. Koster's lead dropped from 11 to 3% in the past 2 months alone.
You know, Koster was a known quantity and Greitens wasn't, and now the voters are starting to get to know both candidates a little bit more.
That's due in part to the massive ad spending in the race, the highest in the country for a governor race and more than $27 million. But the new numbers may also reflect what's happening at the top of the ticket. Kansas City political strategist James Roberts says the races tightening show partisan voters making up their minds. That leaves the undecideds, like the 7% in the U.S. Senate race between Jason Kander and Roy Blunt, that much more important.
Those undecided voters out there are really evaluating what the relationship of the candidates are to Donald Trump.
Now at the top of the ticket, Trump's lead in Missouri jumped from just a 1% lead to a 5% lead. But with a margin of error of this poll at 4.9%, the state could still be considered up for grabs.